Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the Akim who are tuning into these videos. This video is going to be another MOTB update, and I'm not going to really go into these articles, but as you can see on my phone screen, this article, the first one I have is from CNN, and the title says that China is catching up to the US in brain tech, rivaling firms like Elon Musk's Neuralink. And there's really not really much that we could read in this, but basically these people are getting this device ready, and with that they have the infrastructure, the Internet of Things, ready also. And from this article, it says that Mexico makes biometric identifiers mandatory for all citizens. And I'm going to read a little bit from this article. It says that Mexico has officially introduced a digital identification system by signing a law that turned the previously optional biometric-based citizen code into a mandatory document for all citizens. It's just letting you know that once this thing is established, and when Esau Edom actually rolls and implements this thing, the MOTB, where everybody has to have this device in order to function in the society, in order to buy and sell and be able to work and survive in the society that Esau Edom is planning, you have to take that MOTB, because they want to have total control of all the finances and things that are happening trading. And the best way to do that is to just put an MOTB onto everybody. Yeah, you got all the biometrics and stuff, but ultimately Esau Edom is going to make it mandatory where you're going to have that device in you. And it's very convenient that in these last days, so not only are we seeing the MOTB start to show its horns, but we're seeing wars and rumors of wars. All the prophecies that were spoken about, specifically in Matthew 24, which we always bring out, and we always go into it. All these things. And with that, Yahweh Shai was basically giving warning to the disciples at the time that there's going to come in the last days scoffers. There's going to come false prophets to try to scatter the flock. That's why ultimately he emphasized to Peter to feed his flock. He said that 3 times because this is a very important thing. This pursues or pertains to salvation. Because if you disregard that commandment, that decree that Yahweh Shai was emphasizing, then you are going to be cast in the lake of fire, pursuant to Revelation 14. And you can see all the stuff is basically lining up. And we're going to constantly go into these articles and speak on these things. Let me see if I can read a little bit from this article. So from the Chinese tech, that they're catching up to Elon Musk's tech. And mind you, Elon Musk is just one Edomite with a lot of money. There's a lot of Edomites with a lot of money pursuing this same infrastructure and R&D, research and development, to have this device prodded into your brain. This devil is insane, but as the scripture says, he's that wise man of Teman. He's the sword of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. If you disregard Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, he's going to send the heathen onto you. And to those who are not in that secret place of the Most High, you're going to be caught out here without a covering. And you're only going to have to deal with Esau Edom, which is Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's sword. And so basically, all this right here is the Heavenly Father gearing up Esau Edom to go against the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. Because the elect are being sealed as we speak. As we are speaking these words, it's Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's being echoed through us. So we're not disobeying that message. Because if you hate the messenger from the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you really hate the one who sent him. And basically, the main message that we always go out there on the highways and hedges is to not take that MOTB. Seek Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai 10 times more while he may be found. And this is the time where you can find him. So all these articles are just coming out, and these are just 2 articles, mind you. I could have had 4 other articles going into other companies like Synchron and the Valve one that's coming out. But basically, Esau Edom knows that he has but a short time, and he's trying to establish this new world order with this device. But the elect have already obtained this truth. Those who have ears to hear can understand and discern the signs of the times. That this is basically the last go around. And after this, it's the kingdom. So we're not going to take this MOTB and every type of how they say, like a breakthrough in the technology. They come out with articles. They get another sickly, maimed person that's able to speak and function a little bit because he has that device. We're not going to regard Satan's false miracles and his wicked devices. We know that ultimately that's there to deceive the elect, but the elect are not going to be deceived in these last days, because ultimately the elect have obtained this truth and the rest were blinded. The elect are watching these videos, speaking about these things, constantly watching the news for these signs of the times. And specifically with this one is the MOTB. So let me just go into this article a little bit, which, like I said, is really not much anything in there. It's just a whole bunch of research and development jargon that they're basically getting this device just a little bit more efficient. But this also, same thing. And on that mindset, where people say that they could circumvent this MOTB mandate that Esau Edom is about to enact, trying to run away from the country, go into like Thailand or Mexico or whatever. Ultimately, Esau Edom has that control where he's able to put the whole world on lockdown. And you already know what I'm talking about with that, what happened back in 2020, where this whole world basically had to abide with what the elites were saying. And with this article, like I said, I'm not going to go into it, but pretty much every country, every knee is going to want to bend to Esau Edom, because he knows that he has but a short time and he's going to come down with great wrath. So he's going to roll out all of his wicked devices, all of his false miracles, all of his gaslighting, everything, to try to obtain at least one of the elect. But ultimately, like I said, the rest were blinded, but the elect have obtained this truth. He's not going to be able to pluck the elect out of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai's hands. This word is what keeps us stable in these days. And Yahweh Shai basically being that main cornerstone, we are built upon solid ground, a foundation where whatever this devil throws at us, we're not going to be soon shaken. So I'm going to read just these last precepts, just a really quick update on the MOTB. This is in Isaiah 8:20. It says, "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." And that's what we're witnessing. Only on this earth you see a remnant, just a small number of men who are of the hopeful elect, sighing and crying for the abominations that are done down here, and giving Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai no rest until he establishes a kingdom down here wherein dwelleth righteousness. And so if you're not speaking this, if you're not meditating on these things, if you're not looking for and hastening to the return of Yahweh Shai, then I'm going to read it again in Isaiah 8:20. "To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them." It makes me think of Revelation 19, where it basically says how this testimony and this word, this prophecy, the spirit of prophecy, his testimony, that's Yahweh Shai's testimony, speaking these things. And then you shall know that there has been a prophet among you, because all these things are happening. You're seeing it in the media, on the news. You literally can't escape this. You have to actually address the elephant in the room, that the apostles of the Great Millstone, and the elders on down have been speaking about this, have been fervent in the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, tending to his flock and feeding his sheep. So last precept I want to read is in Habakkuk 2:1. It says, "I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved." Verse 2, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it." And we always go into it. You know, it's not, we don't even just go into prophecy breakdowns, but we go into historical accounts, breakdowns of the scriptures. When you come into this ministry, we are freely giving the spirit and the knowledge of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, and what will lead you to salvation. And we break it down very easily. You can go to any of the brother's videos on his YouTube channel and actually feast. And this word has gone out throughout the four corners of the earth, and it's accomplishing what it was sent to do, which is to seal the elect and have this in their minds to not bow down to the image of Baal, to not take that MOTB, so that we're not in the lake of fire. So I'm going to start from verse 2 again. It says, "And the Lord answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry." And that's what you're witnessing now, that basically the times are moving quicker for the elect's sake. And if it wasn't for Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shai making these times quicker, then there would be no flesh to save. So we are now writing these things plain upon table, because we can see that the vision is there for an appointed time, but it's not tearing anymore. It's literally like in every news article, every movie that you watch, they bring up that. They reference that MOTB. But with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, B'Hashem Yahweh Shai, B'Hashem Rakakadash, Shalom Akim.